The National Household Survey 2019-2020 that was just released by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics indicates that Karamoja region has the highest proportion of people smoking tobacco and using alcohol.
Findings show that Karamoja sub-region has the highest level of consumption of alcohol and the drugs, and also actually. And also the finding indicated that those two areas are the one with the highest level of poverty levels.
Vincent Senono, principal statistician at the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, says 5% of the population in Karamoja consume tobacco and alcohol, contributing to the region being amongst the poorest areas in Uganda.
We look at around 5% of the people in Karamoja are consuming tobacco, compared to other areas which is below 1%. So the consumption is actually deprived of the household of other necessities which are nearly poor. Because if you are buying alcohol, you are buying drugs instead of buying food, it will make that you become even much poorer.
Senono adds that 16% of the people in Karamoja cannot afford to buy shoes and blankets for themselves as well as for their children. Same applies to Westnile region, where also 23% cannot afford to buy shoes.
Surely, if you are poor, you cannot buy a shoe because you don't have even what to eat. You will not have a blanket because you cannot. So whatever little you get will be only for consumption.
When it comes to Westnile, it is surrounded by refugees who depend on tobacco as their cash crop, hence worsening the poverty levels.
The refugees also considering that they depend, one of the cash crops they depend is on tobacco. And there has been a shift in the production of tobacco. You may find that the influx of refugees coupled with the growing of tobacco is the one worsening the poverty levels in the country, in those areas.
Lillian Abba, woman member of Parliament, Kitgum District, in an exclusive interview with Dream TV, says the issue of poverty in Acholi, West Nile and Northern region as a whole requires teamwork by leaders from the region through lobbying government to channel some funds to the region, especially via agriculture.
Of course, we must work as a team of leaders from Northern Uganda and see how to embrace household income support. We will need to channel money through the budgeting process, more activities that would look at supporting agriculture, mechanization of agriculture.
She urges MPs from the regions to also incur more efforts towards supporting agriculture in the region.
I still want to call upon my fellow colleagues in Parliament to support more funds for Northern Uganda as an affirmative action, affirmative position.
On the issue of tobacco growing, which has kept people, especially in the West Nile and Karamoja, in poverty, Honorable Abba says it's about the need of changing their mindset to get involved into other productive crops.
It's to do with the mindset. We need to focus as leaders now to talk about the mindset transformation, because our people were in the IDP camps for a long time, doing nothing. Well, human beings adapt to a certain, situation, and it's difficult to get it out of people's minds.
This story was compiled by Julius Muhumuza for Dream TV.